You can see here again, we have a purple usage line, and there's some volatility to it. There's some ups and downs to it. This is actually quite common. We see this all the time. And so generally speaking, as we discussed with default full-term commit instruments from Amazon, you've got to figure out how to stack these commits or make commits in a way that in the future, which is unknown, your usage ideally doesn't decline below your commitments, or at least declines in such a way that over the term of that commitment, you are generating more savings than you are losing from overcommitment. And that is a complex, difficult activity. In our model, we like to blend two different types of Amazon discount instruments together. We've analyzed them all. We've had a lot of experience with different approaches. The one that leads to the greatest savings outcomes is a combination of compute savings plans and convertible reserved instances. And these are two different instruments that we automatically blend together. We do that into two layers of your commitment. The first is called a base layer that is comprised of compute savings plans. We love these instruments because they cover EC2 Lambda and Fargate. So you get optionality if you're migrating things from EC2 to containers or to serverless. Your commitments will automatically follow. Secondly, it's a global commitment. So if you've got a global footprint, often customers have primary regions with sort of smaller satellite regions. And generally, you don't know if those satellite regions are going to necessarily persist. But with the compute savings plans, you can make a global aggregate commit. And if usage drops in a region, it can float globally to other locations. And so there's a little bit of a flexibility, horizontal flexibility, if you will, to the compute savings plans. The downside of compute savings plans, and the reason we don't like them, is they are an immutable commitment. It's a full-term immutable commitment. Once you make it, you're stuck with that commit. You have zero recourse. So whatever hourly commit to Amazon you make, if it's $5 an hour, $10 an hour, you are paying that commitment no matter what. And so we like to deploy compute savings plan as a conservative base layer. It is an amount of commitment that under a bit of a aggressive scenario, your usage will never fall below that. And that way they're always utilized, and you can benefit from those aspects that I talked about. On top of the base, we like to deploy flexible convertible RIs, and convertible RIs are perhaps the most misunderstood discount instrument in AWS, because they're incredibly powerful instruments that can be manipulated in ways that allow you to manipulate the term of the commitment. So they don't have to be full term. I can generate shorter term commitments by manipulating convertible RIs. And I can also grow and I can shrink the commitment up and down. So whereas the compute savings plan is immutable and you're stuck with that commitment with zero recourse, if, for example, your compute usage drops, as you can see right here, we can actually, we call it squashing. We can squash your commitment down. And conversely, as your commits grow, we can grow your commitment without restarting a brand new full-term commitment. And so they're this incredibly powerful, malleable layer. And so you can think of these two layers as a very stiff, immutable base layer, and then a sort of a cushion on top that can automatically and dynamically adjust. You get to effectively have your cake and eat it too. You can have a set of commitments that dynamically follow your usage up and down, while also minimizing risk.